right, heading down on in to the start of our match here of Naya Winota versus Temur Ramp.
Yeah.
We've got nothing shady here on Winota. Looks like they are on the draw, though. Being on the play, big leg up here, I think. Although this hand from Nothing Shady on 6 here is quite fantastic.
Wow. Yeah, you can see the power of Ancient Ziggurat here being a rainbow land.
Yep. Yeah, I think all of these Land of War Elves decks really got a power level increase with Ancient Ziggurat being added to the format.
Yep, and they're they're probably gonna note that their role right away is to be the beatdown deck. Obviously, wow, that's a great rip too. So, the Legion.
And you can see here, like, the ramp deck on the bottom, not making a play till turn 3, but that play is probably going to be Uro here, right? So you're going to gain back some of the life that you've lost?
Yeah, I mean, this game might be over this turn, though.
Yep.
If they hit if there's an untapped land for Nothing Shady, the game could be over.
And we swing and a miss here.
All right, well. Yeah.
Again, thinking about it, Thalia?
I think I'm into that.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Should I come crack them for $1 million again?
Yep.
Okay.
And again, like, even missing on the land there doesn't mean this game is over, right? It just means it just means we keep playing.
Yep.
Like we see another Uro here. And I really like what this Winota deck does for the format because it keeps people honest, right? It means people like the decks that Brady's playing here can't just ignore the opponent, right? They're going to get punished for not being interactive if we can find mana.
Yeah. Oh, this is like still pretty good.
Yeah, and honestly, Nothing Shady here. Their beatdown plan without Winota is looking pretty reasonable here.
Totally fine. I mean, still taking like 10 here. Yeah, still taking 10.
Yep. Yeah, like Brady needs to beat the board and then also beat Winota.
Yeah, which seems pretty rough at this point.
How about another 10 drop, Matt?
Yeah, that's good. Only 4 of those in their deck, so.
I mean, this is gonna go ahead and make some zombies, right? This is their seventh differently named land.
Yep.
So we get some blockers here. So this land plus the Fabled Passage here that we kept does mean that they might be close to stabilizing the board here with 5 zombies.
I don't know.
Winota's gonna crush them.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Like they're still kind of behind on board. Just no mana here, huh?
Yeah.
If
Spellbreaker is about as good as it gets if you're not going to draw land.
Correct. Yep. Big agree. And on Brady's side, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're still 2 mana off Ulamog.
Yeah. Yeah, still pretty far off Ulamog. And then I believe they only, even if they put this Grazer in the bin, I think it's only the second card going to their bin for Uro as well.
Yep.
Just not particularly great. I guess they could put a third with Omen of the Hunt. Again, I think Bob asked if there's any sweepers. There are not any in the main deck of this Temur Golos deck. There are 4 Storm's Wrath in the board, though.
Yeah, and I feel like this no sweeper, low interaction main deck, it's kind of what we had talked about, like when we talked about people metagaming the Jeskai Luka deck. Like, it feels to me like Brady's deck is trying to kind of metagame that while punting its aggro matchup like we see here.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're going to put the Grazer in the bin. I assume Omen of the Hunt's going to get binned as well. And they're going to try and just hope to fade again. Which, I don't know. It's worked so far, I suppose. Down to 3.
Wow, no scry there is...
Whoa.
I guess they want to Yorion it? I mean, you're gonna Yorion it and then get 2 more zombies? And then I guess this stabilizes the board, huh? They have 5 attackers, you have 5 blockers? And, like, now you're at Ulamog for extra? So, like, now, this is it. Like, Nothing Shady here could brick for a little bit. They have to hit Winota this turn or the game is over.
You gotta have it.
That's really rough beats. Like, Nothing Shady here kept a 2-lander on 6 on the draw and is just not found a land. And Ulamog's gonna close the door. I bet we see Ulamog take away both Ancient Ziggurats here in the game concedes.
Holy cow. Wow. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, you like those lands? That's cute.
He's a hungry boy, Matthew.
That is incredible. Yeah, I mean, Nothing Shady kept 2 rainbow lands, just never
Actually,
found.
yeah, it's worth noting. Good observation from chat here. Had Nothing Shady kept the second Land War Elves, they win that game.
Yeah.
I don't know that it was necessarily wrong to bottom it in the moment. Like that was what my instinct definitely said, but
Jeez.
hard to really tell what's hindsight. You see 4 Redcap Melee and 4 Storm's Wrath come in here very, very quickly for Brady.
Yep, get rid of the garbage. You know, the agents are not particularly good. The Ulamog's obviously not great, so...
Similarly, 4 Rune Blasters can't get into the deck fast enough on the Winota side of the board. Like trimming the Bonecrusher Giants here. I think that's a very good cut.
Wow. Looks like Field's favorite pre-board to me. Yes, that's what happened. 38 lands.
It's a lot of mana, Matthew.
Yeah, those eight red spells they're bringing in are really impactful, though, for the Temur Golos deck.
Ancient Ziggurat, Clifftop Retreat. Looking to scotch awkward, but I think this is still keepable on the Naya side just because you're going to go Elf into tapped land Thalia anyways.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's not my favorite, but, you know, what are you going to do? On the flip side, Brady's hand's very good as well.
Yep. Growth Spiral, Red Cap, cheap 3-mana acceleration, pretty much everything you're looking for.
You know, this Thalia is going to be a saving grace, though, because that's a lot worse now with Thalia on the table.
Yep. And this Red Cap, like, you know, we're really hoping to draw land here. Oh god, it's a tapped land. That was the monkey paw land. So we have Spellbreaker here at least. I think the game would have ended on the spot if we hit the untapped land there, because we would get to start stone raining them.
Totally with you.
That being said, we're going to start stone raining next turn, and the Rune Blasters in conjunction with the Thalia might make the slower Rune Blaster fine.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of, like, little pieces that are annoying for this deck to deal with, and that Thalia is definitely one of them.
The fact that Rejuvenator gets to hit here is big, though.
Yeah.
That could maybe keep Brady in the game.
Yeah, Brady's going to need this Rejuvenator to... He's going to need another red source, though, because this Rune Blaster is almost certainly blowing up the Rootbound Crag.
Oh, okay, sure. So we're going to have this happen.
Okay.
I don't know, we might see them go for the blue here, because, like, Uro's double blue.
It's fair.
I guess they know Storm's Wrath is something they need to worry about post-board, though, so, like, attacking their red to keep them away from Storm's Wrath is a very real thing to be doing.
Yeah. Yeah, like, you know those 8 spells are coming in. I think it's pretty fair to go after the red sources.
Yep. Yeah, I like it.
Your opponent's already at 11, so... Well, this Rejuvenator is going to be really annoying.
Yep. Get a again, seeing kind of some of that awkward symmetry of the, you know, green cards being busted, like... Rune Blaster and Rejuvenator are kind of symmetrical, but Rune Blaster costing 1 more mana.
Yep. You got to blast them again here, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Just keep knocking down those red sources.
Yep. Blast them. Gonna take 4 down to 7 here.
Yep. And then worth noting here, with the Collector on the top side of the board, this 7 mana Angrass Marauder could be like a card we actually have cast.
You know, I don't know. I don't want to say Brady's, like, able to come back, but, like, Brady's actually not in the worst shape after getting blasted twice.
I mean, I think you play, like, Amari plus Fauna Shaman here, and then next turn Fauna Shaman guarantees Winota, and the game is over.
Yeah, they need a way to blow it up.
Yeah, okay, so they should definitely play Collector first here, because Collector makes Fauna Shaman 1 cheaper.
Yep.
And then, notably, Collector also survived Storm's Wrath, which is nice.
Yes, it doesn't die to Storm's Wrath, which is the big kicker. Oh, they didn't play it.
Yeah, weird. That's fine. All roads lead to Rome, right? I guess that's not guaranteed, though. They could, so they get
Golos.
to Cavalier. Yeah, they don't have any outs. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, they're dead. Wow. All right. Yeah, you got to see the power of Rune Blaster there again, though, against these, like, big mana / tap land decks.
Yep. Rune Blaster just gets control. Like, these big mana decks are like big mana control decks in a way.
Yeah.
And against just like fires or whatever else you're gonna do here, they're all quite excellent.
Yeah.
Trimming Adanto Vanguard. That's interesting. And boarding up on our haste threats that are unblockable. That's an interesting choice. I guess Brady doesn't have that many sweepers, so I don't hate that.
My problem is like the Redcap melees are terrible against Adanto Vanguard, and they're serviceable against Shifting Ceratops.
That's true. Yep.
So
I do like having all 4 Haktos in this matchup. Haktos cuts through
Yeah.
a gummed up board like no other.
I'm with you on that one. That's for sure. Runeblaster's such a stupid card. Man, that card's good. Every time I think about like, I'll play some like Esper control deck, I think about Runeblaster and I just want to pitch myself off a building.
Yeah, it's not a good scene. Okay. The old 6-land keep here on the play for Brady.
Gosh. Speculative. Third Runeblaster. Well, if you're gonna get your lands blown to all hell, I guess 6 lands is a good way to start.
Interesting lead on the Ziggurat there.
Yeah.
Could have led on the tapped land, right? Now we're gonna have to take 2 damage later. Probably doesn't matter.
It's fine. Well, if you're going to draw 1 spell the rest of the game, that one's a pretty good one to draw.
Yep.
Man.
So I assume we're gonna see Storm's Wrath clear out this Legion War boss next turn, and then the Rune Blaster start coming down. Triple Rune Blaster is gonna be quite the setback.
Yeah, I wonder why they didn't block to save himself a point there. Are they not? Are they just gonna Yorion? Oh wow.
Okay. Yeah.
This is another way to get around Rune Blaster, kind of.
Greed, Matthew, for a lack of a better term, is good.
Yeah, I can't. Blast off.
I mean, the 4/5 stabilizes the board.
It
right?
sure does. Yeah, it sure does.
Yeah, I think you just do this and you kill the Field of the Dead.
Yeah, I mean you gotta kill it. It's the card that's gonna bury you.
They've got triple red regardless, so there's no reason not to. And now, like, with the Fauna Shaman in play and the 5th land, I think Brady's priced into Storm's Wrath in this turn, because if nothing shady draws a 5th land, they can Fauna Shaman into Winota.
Yep, gotta do it. There's no real way for me to say no. Honestly, you can just leave this Yorion back too if you want. I'd probably leave it back in case haste threats. At 17, you're just trying to like dig towards another field in the Ulamog.
We are just like forever away from this Ulamog with these Rune Blasters.
Yeah, for sure. Bonk. All right. Jeez.
That's a Genesis Ultimatum.
Jeez.
Okay, and we're gonna get to Genesis Ultimatum next turn, even through this next Rune Blaster.
Forever away, you say.
I might be wrong, Matthew. As someone that can eat crow and suck it up and admit when he's wrong, I think.
God. What's the 10 CMC in the bottom? That's Ulamog, and then there's Genesis Ultimatum, which is a 7.
Ulamog, for those just joining us, is one of one of the cards from the latest historic anthology being introduced into the format. He's a hungry boy.
This game's over if the Genesis Ultimatum is like even remotely reasonable.
Yep. They could hit Winota, and Winota could hit Haktos and.
Well, this sucked. So
I mean, did it though? It's gonna cast Ulamog, right?
I mean, yeah.
Like they have blockers, and they get to Ulamog. And again, just like need Winota at this point.
Yeah, you gotta have Winota. Only one more basic left in the deck, I think. So.
Yep. Yeah. That's an aggressive attack.
Wow, there's no way I attack.
That is an aggressive attack. All right, and we've got 12 mana on Brady's side of the board, so blasting them doesn't really accomplish anything. I think you just play Haktos, right?
Yeah, I think you play Haktos and hope that it protects from the correct number.
Yep.
Which
actually they're all good, right? Like none of the 2, 3, 4, none of Brady's things block it.
Only one sucks because you can't kill them.
You can't roll one. It's 2, 3, 4.
Oh right, it's 2, 3, 4. Yep. Sorry. Well. You could also Amori and like, I don't know, Amori's no good here, I don't think.
No, I think you just play this and hope that his protection lets you slip past. Although I guess, the Yorion kills you in 2.
Yeah, it's easy
because Brady got aggressive.
Haktos.
So like, yeah, you do this, and they're at 7. Gosh, like whenever I get a game like this where they're like at 1, it's like, did I miss a point somewhere?
Yeah,
I don't think Shady missed a point anywhere.
Is there a way for them? Is there a way for them to remove this Arboreal Grazer? Is my other question. I don't think there is.
Oh, the Grazer doesn't matter. You have to attack. Oh yeah, there's Bonecrusher Giant boards out in this matchup, right?
Yeah.
So Bonecrusher would be an out game 1, but
wow. All right. Down to 1, which is not 0.
Yep. All right. Yeah, that was and I feel like the Winota player got pretty unfortunate to lose that set.
Game 1
was brutal. They just like needed a third land for so many turns. Yeah. And honestly, I feel like Brady winning there kind of highlights, why it's good to be greedy in matchups like this, because like there really isn't a huge punish for being greedy. Like you're still gonna win some amount of the time, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they missed 4, maybe 5 turns in a row for that land, and like Brady just was like, okay, I'm shop set up, the game's over as soon as you cast one of your bombs. So
yep.
Man. Yeah, that was rough. That was rough.
All right.